also even just what you were saying at the top of like relationships like early in the pandemic, I mean, that was that was hard on a lot of relationships, right? Like a bunch of
Yeah. Oh
people
my
kind of just
God.
got thrown into the fire together,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. So yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like the door closing. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, shoppers, better get everything you need. 'Cause you
Well, it
can't
was, and
come
it's like I
in.
know I we know a ton of people who like early pandemic days had to make the decision of like how do you handle this? Like we're moving in together. Sometimes that worked
Yeah.
out, sometimes that didn't. Like or people who had been in like pretty established relationships and were just like, but now I'm spending
But now I
every
have to be with
minute
them.
of my
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
with you all the time and only you,
Yeah.
and like that's again like just a different dynamic to navigate, you
Yeah.
know?
I think it probably was a good microcosm of the old that old rhetoric about you should be best friends with someone that you
Yeah.
Yeah.
wind up with. Who fucking said? I mean, yeah, you'll know pretty soon if you can be best friends when you're like locked in a fucking house for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will
With
know.
no other humans, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I want to go back a little bit to a kernel of what you were saying earlier, just about touring, because you're about to go back on tour. Are you
Yeah.
excited to go back on tour? Are there some things you love about
I'm really
touring, some
excited.
things you hate about touring?
Um, I think the only thing I don't love sometimes about touring is that I don't drink or anything on tour. Not that like I have to have a good time for drinking, but just like sometimes it just gets very like everyone's like so like yay, oh let's fucking hang out the bus
Mhm.
and it's just like a very, but then I get into it. I kind of like, it's like anything, it's like when you stop drinking or whatever, you get into this kind of mode where you're like, oh, it's easy, it's like I actually like it. But I just, it's like the transition into just being like kind of like
Yeah, and are you
sober
not drinking on tour
around
just
around
because?
around drunk people. That's the
Yeah,
thing. You can be sober around like, you stay home and you hang out or you whatever. But like, yeah, I do. For my voice, for the most part.
yeah,
But yeah, it's just like a different. It's a different. It seems like the party vibe, but it's not. That's the interesting part. Is like, but it is. And I just really love. I really enjoy seeing the people that are affected by the music. So I love it. There's nothing I really don't like about touring. Like I said, except like the like an occasional wild night or two, which I still could do, but it's still like it's just sometimes like it's a very wholesome experience. So I have to
yeah.
like get into that mode. So I do. But I really enjoy like we do like these meet and greets and all that stuff, and it's just nice to see where people are at. And singing these songs is the best part. And I really do like, I like once I get into the vibe of the bus life, it's easy. I mean, it's it I sleep until 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Wake up,
I would
do
too.
yoga, sound check, play, and just meet a bunch of people, and then same. And I like the whole vibe of like going to sleep at night and waking up somewhere
It's
else.
like
It's pretty
it's
cool.
like you every weekend, Ellie. Sleep till 2.
Yeah.
Big
Hell
night.
yeah.
Yeah. Sounds great. I also am a performer, so I do a lot of
Right
bar
on.
gigs late at night and I sleep
Yeah.
for forever
Are
because
you in New York?
I'm in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Are you a singer-songwriter?
I'm a singer. Leigh is the songwriter, and she's gonna write some songs
Oh,
for me
right on.
this year. We're gonna work
Oh,
on an
okay. So you
EP
guys are
together,
like
so it's
kind of
gonna
a
be fun. We're a
band.
little duo.
We'll do a
Yeah,
little
Okay.
team.
yeah.
I wasn't told. I wasn't versed on the thing. Sorry about that. I didn't know you guys were
No,
a
it's
band.
okay. But yeah, we last
Like,
year or two was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago we
Two
wrote a
years ago.
musical. We wrote a musical together, so that was
oh,
like our
cool.
big
What was it called?
first adventure. It's called The Flame. It's
Nice.
all about
As a
a gay
twin flame,
bar. Yeah, the
a
flame,
gay one.
As in
flamers.
yeah, as in it's actually named after, it's set in a queer bar, and it's
Uh,
all about sort of like saving queer spaces. So it's actually named after a real lesbian bar that I think used to be in San Diego. I
Yeah,
can look it
hmm.
up.
There's few and
So
far between
I
lesbian
know
bars in the
yeah,
world.
there's
They,
not
they don't
many.
make much money. That's why.
yeah.
Yes. So
Because
that was why
two
we.
lesbians, a lesbian walks into a bar. Sorry, finish what you're gonna say, and then I'll tell you my
No,
joke.
I'm ready for
No,
this.
no, tell the joke. Tell the
Uh,
joke.
I was gonna say that a lesbian walks into the bar. they buy maybe 2 drinks in an hour, meet someone, go home with them,
Get married.
date them for like 6 years, barely go out ever, and then a gay man walks into a bar, has about 6 drinks in an hour, meets some guy, takes him down the street, fucks him, comes back, drinks another 6 drinks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the pace. And so the moral of the story is, kids, get yourself a gay bar to own.
Listen, as an old married lesbian, I resent this wildly accurate representation.
I resemble this
Yeah.
wildly
Yeah,
accurate.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I got you.
exactly.